but I haven't played it yet. So
And it's really fun.
I haven't been able to log in.
What?
The queue's been like 6 hours.
Oh, I just went on a smaller. I was just like, I know I'm not going to get to 60. That's going to take me 15 years.
All right, hey everybody. Oh, Stone is your hero? I mean, it's kind of true.
What? Why is that a surprise?
Yeah.
Why are you laughing?
so funny.
It's questionable. Yeah.
We be live.
You be live. All right, everyone. Let's get into some D&D. So, where we left off, you guys made it out of the forge. Now, remind me again, who has the gem and who has the crown?
So, I have the gem, and
Brother Cornelius has the
crown.
I don't have anything.
Excellent. And you met up
You have
fancy.
morals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have that.
Inside this forge, where you got your first glimpse of Malkaden the Lich, who, as he was interacting with you and speaking to you, you saw him siphon the life force out of that crystal that Nephitz has, and you saw the crystal diminish and turn to a dull amber. God, Jack, that dice really switched color. Worked pretty well with that right there.
It did.
I don't remember. Why don't I remember any of this? Neither do I.
have we slept yet? Like, I know we all.
Yes. So you were ported back to Waterdeep after Fancy Boy's mind control finally was lifted, and Grimdar hacked Blitz to pieces.
No, I liked it with the way you told it last week better, where I tried to get the wraith, but instead I
Accidentally.
pretty much.
I mean, call it how you will.
Hey, everybody's alive.
Sure.
No thanks to you.
Sure. Sure. So as you got back to the bowels of the earth bar or tavern in Waterdeep, Blitz Scab offered you a 30% stake in the business he just acquired in some fashion from the previous owner. You didn't really ask, but he said it was through some form of gambling. And he's
up and up.
Yep, and he's given you carte blanche to run the tavern as you will. He just wants it to turn a profit because he's noticed it hasn't. But on your first executive command as being in control of this bar, you said Grimdar could not come in. Or Grimdar could not come in.
Yeah, again, just for the record, he said I couldn't sleep there.
Sure.
They definitely heard I couldn't come in, though.
Sure.
Shouldn't have shown me that.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh Lord.
What are you?
This is amazing.
That
Ugh.
is.
And there it is, folks. And you guys all went to bed. Blitz, you passed out in your executive suite, so to speak.
No, didn't Fancy Boy end up getting the executive suite?
Oh yeah, Fancy Boy got it before you.
First,
Right, yeah.
tried to come in, Fancy Boy came to the door with a towel on and was like, "Please leave."
And Blitz just gave up.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
So
wasn't having it.
Nephitz, as you start to arise from your sleep, you're still in that lucid dreaming stage, and you are now in the deep woods, and it feels like you're inside of a dream, and all that's in your hand is the bow that Blitz gave you.
Okay, cool.
And in front of you, about 100 yards away, within the depths of this forest, you see a minotaur. and you see him scratching his foot, almost looking as though he's about to charge you. And all you hear is you hear a phrase that sounds like "swift death to my enemies," and it sounds like it's coming from the bow.
Right.
And you start to see the Minotaur charge.
Right. Well, Nephitz knocks an arrow, and I know it's going to go so much better than it ever has before. I guess do I feel anything when I knock an arrow?
Nope.
All right. Well, Nephitz is going to fire an arrow directly at the Minotaur.
Okay, so roll me to hit.
All right. This is where we're.
Give me 1 sec. I gotta go.
What? Oh, we lost our DM.
Oh, did he die?
Chaos reigns. I light everything on fire. Press the button that explodes the hotel. We're all dead.
Did you guys eject me? Oh, I see. OBS stands for ejection seat.
So what was it? What'd you get?
You know, so here's a fun story.
Yeah.
I got a 2.
Okay. So the arrow shoots towards this rushing Minotaur, and as it's running towards you, it grabs it out of the air and snaps it in twain. And now it's almost up at you. You see its axe lifting up into the air.
You said axe, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And it as it's running, it misses and runs past you another 20 feet.
Okay. Nephitz is gonna do a quick front roll as he's knocking an arrow and fire one at his back.
Okay. Shoot me a to hit roll.
What? That's
So
big.
6.
You got some additional stuff, right?
Yeah.
You got a plus. Let me look it up here for you.
6 plus.
You got a plus 9.
Jesus.
Oh. All right. I mean, I knew that.
Yeah, I mean, you hit level 5. You got some things going on, friend.
All right.
So you're at a 15. All right. Roll me some damage.
Okay.
1d8 plus 4.
1d8 plus
Green damage.
4. 4 plus a 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's 8.
8. All right. And now he pulls the arrow out of his back that you launched between you stuck between his shoulder blades. Turns around, rushes at you, and does
I'm hoping for jig.
a 15 hit your AC.
That's yes. Yeah.
Oh.
All right. You take 8 points of damage.
That's great news. Did we restore all hit points at?
Sure.
All right. I don't like the sounds of that, but
Yep.
okay.
No, you did.
Okay.
But as he's running, he runs past you, cleaves you in the chest, and runs past you.
What a jerk. Okay, so wait. So you said 8 points, right?
Mm-hmm.
Off on that last one. Okay, sorry. And now
Maybe
he
before
cleaves-
firing, next time you ask questions first.
I should ask a question. So do I roll for damage on that too?
You can. You're going to shoot him again.
Yeah.
All right. And as you
so confident.
knock the arrow, Nephitz, you hear another phrase that says, "Swift death to you who have wronged me."
Jesus, I feel like maybe the bow's telling me to stop. Okay, you know what?
What do you do?
I'm not going to release that arrow.
You sure?
No.
Okay.
Okay, you know what? I'll shoot one more at the cow, and we'll see what happens.
Okay. Roll the hit.
Okay. sorry, that wrong die. Wrong die. Oh no, that was the right die, wasn't it?
Huh?
Come on, buyers.
Amazing.
8. Yeah. Okay. So 8 plus 9.
Okay. Now roll me your damage.
I'm doing amazing so far, guys. So, this is the wrong die. Nobody pay attention. This is 3 plus 4, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Now roll 3d6.
Steve, am I intimidating you?
Yes. 3d2.
3d6.
Why it like quivers?
Oh, so 10
Plus your original?
plus my original.
What did you originally strike for?
8 was 8, right?
Yep, plus your 4.
Plus my 4, so
You roll 1d8 plus 4, right?
yeah, which that got us 8, right?
Sure.
And then this is a 9.
You on your 3d6 you rolled 9?
Yeah,
Okay, so you got a total of another 17?
17, another 7.
All right, so you launch this arrow out of this bow, and you just see it start to gleam, and you see that the head of the arrow split into 3 points as it strikes the Minotaur or Jack in the face, right through the eyes, and you see the Minotaur fall on the ground
Oh.
and drop.
Yes.
And you just remember the two phrases from this, and the first one was "Swift death to my enemies, and swift death to you who have wronged me."
I think I'm gonna write that down somewhere. Okay, cool. Awesome.
And then you wake up from the stream.
Sweaty?
Yes.
Okay. Just checking
You're the
how accurate.
worst.
I mean, is
Yeah.
that, don't you always wake up sweaty?
I mean, there are lots of things that happen when I wake up. I'm just sort of trying to paint a picture here. All right.
All right.
Sweet dream.
So you're now attuned to that bow that Jack gave you.
I love being attuned to that bow.
So whenever that bow, whenever you knock an arrow from that, and you're using the oath bow, it'll speak those words to you, and if you speak the words back, you create a marked target who is now your enemy.
Ooh.
And when you make a ranged attack roll with this weapon against your sworn enemy, you have advantage on the roll. In addition, your target gains no benefit from cover or total cover, and you suffer no disadvantage to long range. And
Okay.
if the attack hits, you do 3d6 piercing damage.
So you're gonna copy and paste that onto my guy, right?
Yep. The only downside is if you do use this bow and your sworn enemy is still alive, if you use any other weapon, you have disadvantage on your rolls.
That's a kicker, but I like it. It keeps me honest.
Mm-hmm.
That's a sweet. Dude, does my bow tell me its name?
You can name it.
Oh my god, this is so much pressure now.
Think about it. You got time.
I suggest
Alright.
fancy bow.
Stop stealing on me.
Sorry.
I mean, it's
Based on the
nice.
other naming conventions, maybe it should be WOP.
No.
Wop, wop, wop. Everybody else, you arise from your slumber of a good night's rest. Blitz, you've shaken off. You've healed up from the axe to the chest that Grimdur has cleaved onto you. Brother Cornelius, you're feeling rested. Fancy boy, your mind is back to you now. You don't feel like anybody has control of it anymore.
That's good.
But you do get visions of the Lich that was controlling that did have control of it.
Right. Well, I don't like that. I take an extra shower to wash the undead off of me.
That'll work.
You really need a loofah for that.
Yeah. So my feathers are still slightly damp as I make my way down the stairs back into the inn. Though Fancy Boy has applied his rose water to his face and to his talons, so he smells lovely.
Fancy Boy, as you get down the stairs, it is a typical dive in the lower bowels of Waterdeep that you would have come to before. You would have explored this area of Waterdeep with your family, who would have been trading, selling their exotic wares here.
Yes. Yeah, I probably have a vague memory of this area. Mm-hmm. Not necessarily bad or good. Mm-hmm. Probably like just being, like when you take a kid to Home Depot and the kid's just like, oh man, I really don't want to go to Home Depot right now because there's nothing for kids to look at. It's like that.
Well, it just depends if you're taking your kid or somebody else's kid. It's frowned upon sometimes.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, so I'm just gonna come downstairs and. Yep,
and there is a spread. It is like a continental breakfast on steroids. There is eggs, bacon, hams, any kind of food, fruits, seeds, nuts, anything you could imagine, just spread out over all of the tables in this tavern.
What? Why? I'm skeptical at first. Like I look around and like, is there like anyone standing around, or is this just
Nope. You see patrons all around. You see a lot of hair of the dog is going on. Everybody's kind of slowly making their way into the tavern and starting to munch on all the foods. You see the turtle that was with you sitting at the bar, Rugar. The mighty, sitting at the bar,
nice.
Having a mug of ale for his morning feast.
All right. I'll just go up to the bar and just kind of like look around, like really obnoxiously lean over. Really
hey, what are you doing behind? I want no beaks behind my bar. And
I'm so sorry. I was looking for an orange juice or some kind of fruit. I don't know. I'm feeling like I might have scurvy. I keep seeing an undead person.
You see a little gnome run over and hop up onto a chair behind the bar. He says, "What do you need? What do you need? No beaks behind the bar."
I'm sorry. I just wanted some orange juice, a fruit. Said he got the fruit beverage.
All right, boom, boom, boom. Here you go. And he like. Even at the bar, even though there is food spreads everywhere else in this place, he just puts a harvest in front of you.
What?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome. And then he just goes about his business.
All right, I'll hack and peck at it.
Blitz and Brother Cornelius, what are you up to?
I think Blitz is just waking up. And he's been pretty rough for Blitz.
Yeah.
He got a nice full. You got a nice full 8 hours of sleep or whatever last night. It's finally coming to him. He's like, wait a minute, like I own a bar now. And so he's got to take his time getting ready and work his way downstairs.
Okay, so you get downstairs, Blitz, and you just see opulence. You see food splayed across every single table, bacon, eggs, fruits, breads, just all. Everywhere. Every table is covered with it. You see patrons just diving in, almost feasting as if it was their last meal. You see Plip behind the bar, the little gnome that Frank so deviously had his qualms with. And you see Scab sitting down at one of the tables eating and drinking with his men surrounding him.
All right. I'm gonna go up to the bartender first and just get like an orange juice or something to wake up to.
Mm-hmm. Hey, what do you need? What do you need? I heard you knew the boss. What can I do for you, boss?
I want to see if this works.
Yeah, give me something to drink. It's been a rough night, man, and so something.
I cannot do this.
something to wake up with would be good. Maybe some orange juice. Maybe put a little vodka, something in there. I don't know, something to get my day going right.
Jack, how did you get your voice lower?
Does that work?
Yeah, it's good.
It's amazing.
Yeah, whatever you say, boss. Whatever you say. And he puts orange juice in front of you, and ale in front of you, and then he takes another orange juice and ale and mixes them both. And you need some cheese? I got cheese. Woo! Here's some cheese.
All right, I'll take a cheese too. So yeah, so you know I run this place now.
Yeah, boss, I heard. Hey,
all right,
I'm here for you. Let me know what I can do for you.
Yeah. Who's paying for all this food, all this stuff we got on the tables right now?
What do you mean we pay for it? We provide it we give it to all the patrons.
Like
It's part of our shtick. Come here, have food, buy our drinks.
Backstreet Boys concert.
It's called a lost leader. You never heard of a lost leader?
So you're saying that we are paying for all this?
Yeah, we just give it to the patrons. No big deal. We want them to drink the booze.
How are we making any money right now?
What? I don't really know. I mean, I just take cash in and pay us, and the old guy used to take it out.
Wait, who's taking it out?
Well, the old guy that used to own the place.
So not I'm
Jeb!
taking it out.
Jeb! What?
Wait, Jeb was taking it. When was the last time Jeb took the money?
What? I can't hear you.
Jesus.
Well, when was the last this Jeb guy? When was the last time Jeb was around?
About 3 days ago, after that scab over there won it off the tavern off of him for the game of 3-card dragon ante.
All right. So you know not to give Jeb any money now, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, why would I? You're the boss now.
All right, that's right. All right, well, maybe go easy on the bacon and the ale. We gotta figure out some way to turn this place around. So don't go too crazy giving away free food. All right, I'm gonna go talk to Scab.
All right. Brother Cornelius, what are you up to?
Sorry, I'm having trouble right now. I can't. My hearing has been impaired.
It's called Go XLR. You can get one. They're awesome. It's also got a soundboard.
So Brother Cornelius, he did not have a good night's sleep. His night was full of fitful turns as he clutched the crown to his chest, because in his mind he has one goal, and that's to fulfill his oath to get the gem back to the crown. So that's all he's been thinking about all night. So as in fact, he wakes up early and he spent half the night just watching Blitz's door, waiting for him to come out. And as soon as Blitz emerges, Cornelius follows him down.
Okay.
And plops down. Sorry, I'm still getting over the voice thing. And, plops down in front of Blitz.
Okay.
Brother Blitz.
Booked in my hotel.
It's Timora clearly has shined fortune upon you, but I also feel like I must remind you we have an oath to fulfill.
I don't know, man. Apparently this place is left and right. So I don't know if fortune is the right word. I mean, someone's fortune, but it sounds like it's coming out of my pocket now. So
even more. I can't. Fucking. Even more reason that we have to follow our divine purpose. And might I remind you?
Yes, please remind me.
We have this crown, and we have to get that gem back from that dirty elf.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I got you there. But how are we gonna get the gem back? Isn't the gem gone now?
I've been speaking with Timora, and I think I have a solution.
What might that be?
We poison his drink, kill him, take the gem off the dead body.
Do I hear this?
Where are you? Where were you, Fancy Boy?
Ran it by him.
Am I listening? No, you're at the bar.
Actually, you're at the bar too. Yeah. Roll a perception, Fancy Boy.
Wait. Okay, so who's got the gem right now?
Nefitz has the gem. The gem had been siphoned. The life force out of the gem has been siphoned. Remember, the vintners asked you to go and get the gem so they could fasten it into the crown.
All right.
Okay, so that's a 12.
You can easily hear this. The bar isn't. Okay. It's a morning time area.
All right.
So
it's the bird behind me.
And I'm just like, excuse me. We're not killing anyone. I thought that you were a priest.
I said billing. Billing, as in charging.
Oh. Uh-huh.
For the fee. You, Fancy Boy, didn't you plop that one in prison?
I'm sorry, that wasn't me. That was, they had taken over my mind. It's magic. It's the arcane arts, if you're not familiar with it. I take my book out and I'm like, here.
All right, Cornelius, listen, it's way too early to talk about poison and killing people.
See? It's
poison? That's horrible. Why would you say such a thing, Blitz? This inn has turned you.
The only reason I'm staying here is because I feel like I can do better by being an influence on you. I feel like when I'm around, you might commit less crimes.
I agree. I think I and Lady Timora both agree that that's why you're here, to influence Blitz's life.
So what makes you think we can't just ask for the gem and get it?
We asked for it.
I mean, why don't we just put these two things together and see what happens? And then maybe we go and kill Grimdar. And we figure out what Grimdar's up to.
Oh, that one. That Grimdar is definitely not a brother of Timora.
Yeah, you were being awful friendly with him. That's all I'm gonna say.
Now's not the time for your jealous rage.
I'm just saying, you and me been through a lot, and this dude shows up, and all of a sudden you're all buddy-buddy with him, just because you happen to both worship Timora.
Brother Blitz. And who is here by your side after you have inherited this fine, luxurious inn?
Yeah, you're getting awful friendly with me now that I got some cash coming in.
Seems to me like your cash is going out, brother. I'm here to remind you of our purpose.
It'll be good.
Restore the
our
kingdom.
Purpose is to be heroes.
And true. And let us not forget that gnome over there who is really a giant that we are supposed to restore.
Oh, he's just sleeping it off. It's gonna be a while. Wait, Fancy Boy, where the hell have you been? You was gone for so long, and all of a sudden you're back and you were evil, but now you're good. What?
I'm not evil. I don't know where I've been. That seems to be a problem. I have been trying to figure that out. That's why I have my manual here where I've been taking notes. Today's note says not evil, so we're already one up.
Blitz starts just eating, just like absentmindedly, just like taking food off whatever is near him and just munching.
Hey! I need money for that. I'm charging you $5 for that, sir.
No.
Aren't you the owner, Blitz?
Flip, no, man. That's
Hey, you said charge people. I'm charging for that food.
Okay, well, put that one on my tab.
All right, boss.
Oh God. All right. Listen,
why don't... It's getting worse and worse.
I just try to make sure that none of my feathers are in like the crumb splash zone of Blitz, so that like no particles get near me. Like.
Is Nefitz still? Where's Nefitz right now?
Nefitz, what are you doing?
While they've been talking, I walked past them out to the front door where Grimdar's been waiting patiently to get into the city, as far as I heard last. Is that correct?
Blitz and Brother... Okay, so are you trying to do that without them seeing you, or are you just generally...
I mean, yes.
Not that you've heard any of their conversation. Are you just stumbling down? What were your intentions?
My intentions were to go down and take stock of who is left with us, and recalling that Grimdar was actually the one who gave me the gem. Okay. I wanted to see where he was, and I don't see him there.
Okay, so Brother Cornelius and Blitz, roll me a perception check.
Oh, good. I was hoping you'd say that.
You only need to get a 10 on this one.
All right, perception.
Are you rolling it from a goblet, Stone?
This is not just a goblet.
The goblet?
It is the goblet.
Ooh.
Whoa! I love
Of a
your
carpenter.
Nice.
Yeah, you chose wisely.
I got 11.
Okay, Brother Cornelius, you see Nephitz as he made his way down the stairs and is walking out the door.
This is Brother Cornelius. Trailing him. And the gem.
Okay. Are you doing anything, or are you continuing your conversation with Blitz?
I continue the conversation, but watching where Nephitz goes.
Okay. Nephitz, you get to the door.
Okay. I'm gonna look for Grimder.
You don't.
I just was sitting outside the door all night? What?
No.
I don't know. Where have you been?
Grimder, you were in the tavern across the street.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Well, I'm doing a little lookabout. I'm looking for Grimder.
And you see the bouncer look down at you, and he's like, "What do you want?"
I'm looking for a rather ugly
Yeah, that's all we get here.
named Grimder.
What does he look like? You can't just tell me ugly, because that's half of our clientele.
Good point. He was he's I believe of Norwegian descent.
No, what the hell's Norwegian?
Well, let me put it this way: did you refuse entry to anybody?
Oh yeah, that fool! Yeah, we can't let him back in here. The new boss said so.
Go?
Oh, he just went over to the pig's nest right across the street.
All right, I flip him a coin.
Thanks. Come on back now.
Okay, I'm going over there.
Okay. And you make your way in, and you see Grimdar sitting down eating his morning meal at the bar.
All right, I plop down beside him.
Oh! You're okay.
I'm good. How are you?
Good food.
You didn't get into now Blitz's fine establishment. I still don't know what he calls it.
No. Here. Stay here.
Why did they let you in?
They don't know. They don't understand.
All right. Well, listen. I have this gem that you tossed me during the battle against the dwarves. It doesn't look the same as when we first had it. Do you notice that? And I pull it out and I show him. Just my gem.
I may not notice that at all.
All right.
Do I? 'Cause I don't remember that.
You don't remember the gem? Yeah, you don't.
No, I remember. I don't remember it changing.
Oh, you would. Everybody did see it. Whether your memory fails you or not, everybody saw it lose its light.
So that was the gem that was in the skeleton.
Yes.
Right? And then we took it from the skeleton, and then this guy showed up, and okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Doesn't glow.
Right. So you're the observational one. Okay. Listen, I believe that your brother has less than kind intentions towards me and the gem, but I do believe the crown and the gem need to be reunited. Do you wish to help me in this endeavor?
I pay keep Cornelius alive.
You pay.
No. Pay.
He paid you.
No, not Timora.
All right, so we're still talking about your god.
Oh, not my god. Timora.
Oh my god, I can't understand you. I see why you didn't get in. Okay.
Grimnir will pull the little symbol of
I can
Timora.
see why you didn't get in.
Can Fancy Boy like quickly like zoom up to that little symbol and see if it's real?
You're not there, Fancy Boy.
They're
They're in a whole
Yeah.
different bar.
That's right.
Grimnir will.
That's right. They're not allowed in there. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I forgot for a second that we didn't allow our party members in the same inn as us.
Yeah, it's welcome.
You weren't here for the reason.
All right, Grimnir will hold up the symbol of Timora, and he'll reach into a pouch and get a piece of gold and hold it in front of the Timora symbol.
What the hell is a Timora symbol? I gotta Google this.
Okay.
You've been playing 5 levels, Stone. You don't know what the symbol of Timora is. You're fucking.
He's not a cleric of Timora. He's just
You're
pretending.
fucking holding half of it, Stone.
Grimnir,
It's a chalice with a
have
coin
my
on
bio,
it.
You know the deal. It's a silver coin with Timora's face, duh. Surrounded by shamrocks.
Okay. So, Nefitz is gonna grab him by the scruff of his whatever cloak you wear and say, "Come with me."
Some dead animal. I'll just shove another thing of bacon in my mouth on the way out.
All right. I'm dragging him back across to Blitz's establishment.
All right, and as you come back, the bouncer, you in, him staying out.
Oh no. He'll hold up the 2 bags of gold. For Blitz.
Blitz's ears perk up. And here's gold.
And he kind of cups the bag jauntily.
Wow.
It's 2 bags.
Oh boy.
Where did this gold come from?
All right. This guy, he can come in. I'm watching you though.
Oh,
Are you
it's
sure?
your brother.
Are you sure, boss?
Please.
I'll
And he
make-
kind of throws the bags at you.
And Blitz, you see 2 bags slide across the floor of the tavern.
You need for afterlife.
Wait. Did you just threaten me?
Yes, afterlife. Live good.
Wait. Are you saying you want me to go to the afterlife? This is from the after. What are you talking about?
Yes, live good in afterlife.
Okay. And Nefitz covers his mouth and says, "Blitz, listen. Yeah, that gold he's giving you. He's giving you the gold. No, he doesn't want to kill you. But we need to sort out this gem and crown business."
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and take this gold, and it's mine.
Fair enough.
Your gold.
I'm not gonna kill him just yet. Not saying the rest of the ball won't kill him. All right. Well, it seems like we've got 2 pieces of a puzzle here. We need to get them together. Cornelius, you got yourself some kind of crown. Nefitz, he got himself some kind of jewel.
Would you like me to arcane check those?
I suggest we give both pieces to Fancy Boy, and as the neutral holder of.
I
What?
like you now.
Well,
Might
like,
I remind you that
thought about killing you for putting me in
like
jail.
5 minutes ago.
I realize now that you are pure without your evil side.
I just like. I'm just preening myself.
What say you, Cornelius?
So how much gold was in those bags?
Oh, always Blitz with the gold.
So
There was whatever you had scooped up on the way out.
Yeah, he picked it up for you.
Oh. Okay.
yeah, so you have about 550 gold from those bags.
All right.
Yeah, what is it, Brother Chris? Yes, what is it with gold? By the way, tithe?
Here you go. There's a little bit for your Lady Timora friend.
And that's like, he gives him like 50 gold.
Goddess bless you. Of
Very
course,
skeptical.
What say you,
Brother
Cornelius?
Cornelius gladly hands over the crown to Fancy Boy.
All right.
But keeps a wary eye on the elf.
Let's also give
And-
500 gold to Plip real quick back behind the bar.
Hey! I'll put this in the safe, boss.
Thank you.
Yeah, anytime. Anything else you need?
What is
No, we're good right now. I think we're about to witness something either really amazing or really terrible.
Okay,
about to happen.
great.
So-
But just so I know, I'm going to take your tab out of this bag, right?
Yeah, then put it into the register, and then put whatever's in the register into my bag later.
Got it.
I don't think that's how businesses work.
That's
Feels
absolutely
like laundering.
that's how my business works.
Well, I'm going to Arcana check those
Sure.
objects.
Give me a roll.
And I got 8. I got 21.
21. Okay. You know
you
fucking
roll for
everything right now.
Sick.
So what you know a couple things. One, you know that the gem has to be fastened into the crown.
All right.
You know, because of traveling with your parents, you too know that it was the vintners who would have made specific gems that could lose their energies, that could have their energies siphoned out of it.
Okay. Vintners.
The vintners, they are winemakers,
Oh,
but
yeah, okay.
their real duty is to infuse gemstones with power.
Okay.
So you know that,
Boy loves a good glass of wine.
right? So you in your experiences in Waterdeep, you know of this, and you know that it's they who would be able to fashion the
Okay.
restore the power inside of the gem
All right.
and fasten it to the crown.
Well, I stand up much straighter than I was after looking at it. I go, oh, this is simple. We just have to take them over to the vintners. They're the vintners. They're the winemakers. And they secretly put magic into gems. But they also have excellent wine.
Blitz and Stone, you've already had dealings with them. They were the ones that sent you to get the gem in the first place, if you recall.
Did they want it back? I forget exactly.
They sent you to get it so they could they sent you to get the gem so they could fuse it to the crown. Because
Okay.
the crown, they told you the crown was essentially going to act as a homing beacon for the next heir to the throne.
Ah.
And all they needed was the gem. Yeah.
So, why don't we go find the vintners? I think I know where they are. At least it's the general area.
Oh, everybody here does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except for, well, actually, Grimdar and Nefitz don't.
No idea. Just in case it's going over everybody's heads. Grimdir.
Yeah, I think
And
we're good on that.
I make sure to take a drink of my
that
orange
one.
juice. But, like, I stick my beak into the glass like a bird, and I'm like, and I like pull it up and like, That's how birds drink.
That makes
All right, so you're saying we gotta find these vintners again and let them put the gem inside the crown. You feel okay with that, fancy boy?
No, that sounds fine with me. I don't know who's mind controlling me or trying to kill us, but that's neither here nor there.
Wait, is someone mind controlling you right now?
No, not that I'm aware of.
How do we know that? Is there like a captcha?
Well, if I start smelling bad, then someone's mind controlling me.
Ah, noted.
Boy.
Or if I look mean, or if I don't care about if my feathers are properly coiffed.
Grimdir's a little worried, sniffing.
Now, guys, remember, you can always ask to make checks, right? Checks are free. Like, so, like for Steve, if you ask something like, if Fancy Boy says something where you're like, I don't know if I believe her or not, like she says, I'm not mind controlled, you might want to roll an insight check, or if you look at all the skills, even if you're not proficient in one of those skills, you can always use that skill to try and achieve something, and I'll tell you if it works or not. Or if you are in town and you want to know the history of something, you would roll a history check. Things like that.
Okay.
So remember, that's always available to you to do.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So I probably should have used it my stealth when I was going past him anyway. But that's
Yeah.
besides the point.
But yeah, I just want to let you know that you have those options available at any time during the game.
All right, so fancy boy, here's what you should do. You should give me both the crown and the gem, and I'll hold on to them while we walk over these vintners.
No, it's a bad idea.
I'm gonna throw persuasion on.
I give the gem to Fancy Boy because I trust her more than I trust Blitz. I've seen him with a bag of gold.
Now,
It turns
now Nefitz, I'm sorry. Did she explain away? Did Fancy Boy he explain away why he chained you to a wall?
No, we haven't gotten there. I felt like it was going to be a one-on-one.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Wait, does anyone else know that, or is that secret between the two of them?
That's just.
He told everybody that he got sent to jail by her.
Yeah.
Him.
When she first came out of her, well, when Fancy Boy first came out of being such a jerk mode.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. I just want to clarify that. So.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
the
okay.
Fancy Boy is considering that that's just what happens when you're mind controlled, and he's
Yeah.
just like, I don't know. I mean, obviously I was trying to kill you. Oops.
Yeah. No. Take time and have your moment sometime else, whatever you want.
Okay.
But I just wanted to make sure that was remembered from the last session.
Right.
So, Brother Cornelius, roll me a perception check.
So, while he's rolling the dice, but Grimdir heard a smell and mind control. Can I roll to see if Grimdir thinks he's mind controlled?
Sure.
Yeah.
18.
Okay. Grimdir, what's yours?
Are we going for perception
Yeah.
or insight, or what are we doing?
You can do insight or perception, whatever you want.
It's probably all the same.
Let me guess. 1.
They're both wisdom checks.
No, I didn't get one. I got an 8.
You do not think you're mind controlled. Brother Cornelius, your heart starts to beat as if somebody was playing a snare drum. You see several of the patrons around the bar. You see on their lapels of their shirts, you see a stitching of a dagger that is wrapped in vines. And this, you remember, is a drawing to the T, exactly the way your mother used to draw this drawing as a child, when you were a child.
And all the patrons around us are wearing it.
No,
Except our part.
you can spot 3 or 4 humans around the bar that have it tailored onto their very, very small insignia on the lapel of their shirts.
Huh. Are they doing anything in particular?
No, they're just eating. But you are now, you can just feel this in your chest. You haven't seen this drawing, and you have no idea why it would be on their shirts. And you haven't seen it since you were a child, but you clearly recognize it.
Can you describe these 3 patrons? Are they just average looking?
Yeah, they're all they're varied in height, scruffy. They don't look like the most high class of individuals, let's say. You would think they lived their life a quarter mile at the time. But they're a band of
Quarter mile at a time. Yeah. Is there a bald-headed one?
No, yeah, yes.
Okay. Interesting. Brother Cornelius quietly continues to observe the 3 as the conversations continue around.
They just keep eating.
Does it look like everybody's just kind of picking up food and eating it?
Yep.
This place? Yeah. Sweet. Grimnir's gonna do that too.
Hey! Give me some money for that, son! I got new orders. Everybody's paying. Isn't that right, boss?
That's right, Plip. Especially that one.
Yeah! Come
Yeah,
on!
okay.
I need a couple silver at least.
Yeah, he'll go over and put some money down.
All right! Look at that! Ching ching!
No more free meals in this place.
So Brother Cornelius, while this is happening, heads to one of those patrons.
Mm-hmm.
And plops down in front of one.
What you got something to say to me?
Didn't mean to disturb you. Couldn't help but notice.
Well, you are disturbing me. I'm trying to eat.
Mind if I join you? The meal's on me.
The meal's free
as well
here.
as the next round. In fact, I know the innkeeper over there, and we'll probably put you up for the night.
All right, I'll take that.
You know, I couldn't help but notice this familiar symbol. Is it? And Cornelius kind of, makes a gesture.
And he immediately puts a knife to your throat and he says, "Choose your next words wisely." And it's such a small knife that nobody else can see it, but you can feel the razor's edge on your neck.
Guys.
It's really pretty.
Can I roll some sort of perception check to see if I can see what's going on?
Sure.
Nope, definitely don't. Definitely do not. As you were, murderous ragers.
Now calm down. I mean, no disrespect, no threat. I knew a person once who used the same symbol.
What do you mean, knew a person?
It was someone dear to me. I just couldn't help but notice. It's such a rare symbol. Where are you from?
We're from here, there, and everywhere. Reading
So
rainbow.
there's a we to the story.
Sure.
Again, no harm, and Brother Cornelius quietly tries to gently move the knife away.
Mm-hmm.
And
you get some resistance as you do that, but
and
it's off your neck, let's say.
And as he does that, he lays out 50 gold pieces, the same 50 gold pieces.
All right, keep talking. Let's say you bought yourself a couple questions. 3 to be exact.
I'm very interested in the background of this in this symbol, and I suspect we might have similar interests. What exactly does that identify you as?
That's a little too close to home just yet.
He pulls out another 25 gold pieces. I'm really interested.
30.
You're giving me 30 gold pieces to answer this question?
No.
Deal.
Knife's back against the throat.
Yeah, Brother Cornelius adds 5 more gold pieces.
Okay. The term's Knox Vegas, friend.
Knox Vegas. Is there a particular head of state with this Knox Vegas?
Head of state?
Who's the boss?
Tony Dan. Always.
That'll be another 30 gold.
I'll give you another 100 if you can arrange a meeting for me and the innkeeper over there. And he points at Blitz.
Blitz just like...
And Brother Cornelius looks at Blitz.
Do you have the cash?
According to my inventory, I have a pretty sick amount of gold. In fact, I think I have 500 gold pieces.
Yeah, I had 500 before all of the gold we got out of...
Yeah. Okay. And what'd you say, 100 you wanted to offer him?
Yes.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh.
And you'll get it. You're going to get advantage on it.
Persuasion, and I get a +5 on that one too, right?
Yep.
17. Plus 5. 22.
All right. But why should I bring you there?
Only good intent.
That
Lady Timora guides us.
that means nothing. That means nothing to
fortune
me.
for all.
So you want? Let me get this straight. Let me write this out for you. I'm willing to take your money. I'm willing to set up a meeting, but you're gonna say you want me to go to my boss and say, Lady Timora wants somebody talking about Timora wants to talk to you. Is that all you got for me?
That's all I need.
I need a little bit more, or I'm gonna be the one whose throat's cut.
Come now, friend.
Listen, son, you don't know who you're dealing with here.
It's only 100. It's 100 gold pieces just to arrange a meeting.
It's gonna be 200 soon if you don't give me some answers, or tell me at least something to say.
Believe it or not, my only interest is understanding the origin of that very symbol you have right there. It is one that means a lot to me. There's something behind it. I need to find the answers myself. Wish I had more. All I have, and he holds up the bag of gold pieces. All I have is this hefty bag of gold. But if you're not interested, happy to walk away from this.
All right.
After all, you have 2 other people in this establishment with the very same symbol. And I suspect they'll be a little bit more forthright. Just a meeting.
All right. And he twirls the pencil-thin mustache that is coming off. He's like, yeah. All right, I'll take it. It's 250.
Deal.
All right, so
Timora gives and Timora takes away.
all right, so he takes 350 gold from you. So what I want you to do, I'll arrange the meeting. It's going to be up in Lilon. You got 5 days to get there.
5 days.
We'll be gone soon.
Is there a Google's map here? How do I get to Leylon?
I sent you a map.
Neelon, is that how you pronounce it?
Lilon. It's north
On
of
the
Water.
map.
It's about 250 miles north of Waterdeep.
Oh, you're right. I gotta find this map.
Like Elon Musk.
Yep.
That's right. I think they have Uber there too. It's fine. We can get there. Really,
Is there? What's the equivalent of a Tesla?
probably at Clydesdale.
Teleport spell.
There you go.
Gotta get the
Sorry,
work out of it.
I'm looking at the map.
Yep. It's about 250 miles north up the northern road.
Was your dog purring earlier or something?
He was growling.
Oh, okay.
He's a fierce protector of my well-being. Oh.
Is it on me now? Are we
man.
waiting on me?
Whatever you want to do now.
Okay, Brother Cornelius leaves the table and sits down in front of Blitz.
Oh, by the way, meet me at the Pincing Minnow.
I'll see you there.
Okay.
Won't ask him what time or when or what day.
Always there.
Said he had 5 days from now.
Brother Cornelius heads back to the table with Blitz and Fancy Boy.
Okay.
Why were you talking to that thug?
And Grimdar and Nephis, you're with the party now too?
We are.
Yeah, just eating, just making good with whatever silvers I got.
Okay.
In his mind, it's everything.
Okay.
Brother Cornelius situates himself in a way where he's talking to just Fancy Boy and Blitz and not the other two. You two have been with me from the start. I have a little favor to ask of you. that I normally would not ask, but this one has meaning.
Uh-huh.
Well, what kind of favor you talking about? You've been sort of a little bit different. It seems like the last a few days or so.
It's this emblem. It's hard to explain, and I know it's odd for me, a brother of Timora, to suggest that you two act on faith, but I feel like we should head to is it Leilun? What's his name?
Leland.
Leland. Oh yeah, Leland. Leland Musk. We need to be there in 5 days, and friends.
I just inherited this bar here. I mean, you won't leave for like 5 days to get there? So you're talking like 2 weeks before I even back?
Blitz, I know you by now. You want to leave. Who wants to be tied down by this inn? Certainly not. Blitz, imagine the treasure that awaits us.
I mean, yeah, I got a lot of treasure on me right now.
Well, I seem like this inn is more of a real estate investment. You just sort of forget about it, and then you come back and pick up the money.
I don't know about you guys, but has anyone else had an axe in the chest recently? Raise your hand if you have.
And who was there for you?
I was possessed.
I think nothing.
Grimdir, he'll raise his hand too, because everybody else is doing it.
I have a question. What are we not going to the vintners?
Yeah, we have to go to the vintners first, but I don't think it will take us 5 days. We can just hop in, hop out, and it'll be fine.
I mean, it's a positive attitude you have, but.
All right. Let's go to these vintners, and then.
I'm expected to go horribly.
Brother, we can talk about this maybe afterwards. I got my brain. It hurts. Everything hurts right now, and let's just go there, put this thing in the crown, see what happens, then maybe we go visit Elon Musk.
I'll take an hour. Let's do it.
Hey, Flip, keep an eye on the place. Make sure everyone pays for the food, all right?
You got it, boss. And as you're walking out, you hear Rugar's, "Where are you going?"
Oh, we kind of.
And you see a little turtle jump off his stool, and his 2.5, 3 foot body walks over to you, and he's carrying his axe that is about a 1.5 feet taller than him. He's like, "Where are you going? You promised me to make me big again."
We will.
Oh, yeah, actually, Grimdir will talk to Rugar in Dwarvish.
The mighty!
Yeah, Rugar the Mighty. Yeah, Nefitz totally is going to get you hooked up. He promised. He said he's going to get it reversed.
I know!
I don't know when, though.
What do you mean you don't know when? You said I follow you and you're going to get me big again.
Yeah. Well, if Nefitz doesn't do it, then we'll figure it out. I know, but Nefitz has a plan. I'm sure he seems smart. He seems very smart. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Brother Cornelius walks by the two and mutters, "I don't know why you told him that."
No, this is in Dwarvish.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. You just don't want to tell him anything.
Fine. I'm gonna go have a drink.
Okay. Before we leave, I mean, Fancy Boy.
Yes.
Do you have any knowledge of, especially in your arcane arts, do you have any knowledge of reversing a spell that could make someone into a turtle?
Oh, not currently, no. I don't have a way of reversing whatever that is.
Do you think the vintners would?
They might. I mean, we might. They might be able to help us more than what I mean, most things I know are temporary. You would need great arcane power to, say, polymorph something permanently to another different creature or a larger size. But the vintners may have connections.
I say we bring him along. He helped us fight the dwarves. He may be tiny in size, but he's large in spirit. Some might even say mighty.
That's fair. Well, I'm just going to lead everyone to the vintners.
Okay.
Yeah, and Brother Cornelius and Blitz, you know the route as well. So you guys make your way to the vintners. Vintner Ping greets you at the entrance to the door, or to the door, the entrance to the Vintarum, and leads you back down the hallways into the cellar, and he pulls back on one of the barrels, and the hidden wall slides back, and he walks you back into Vintner Kasserum's study, and who is sitting there, and says, I believe you. I hope you have something good to show me.
And then I nudge Fancy Boy.
Oh, please.
Who's this one? I recognize. Where's the dumb pig and thing that rode him?
Oh, they're still passed out in the inn that he now owns. Here is your crown, and here is your gem, and I hold them out.
Okay, and he looks at it, he's like, what happened? He's clearly looking at the gem. He's this shouldn't be like this.
Dead
I mean,
man.
that's what I was told when I hatched out of my egg. But I'm just going to say that we retrieved it for you, which is apparently what you needed. And what's wrong with it?
We spent years and years crafting the essence that filled this gem. How did you manage to lose it? How was it taken out of here?
Oh.
This was a simple task we set you on.
Does anyone remember?
Yeah. Grimdir will take out like a mug and fill it with some ale from a skin. He'll be like, gem, dead man.
And as you fill that with ale, he smacks the mug out of your hand. Don't you bring that in my establishment.
It doesn't land on me, does it?
No.
Do you have to roll for that?
Yeah. Yeah. It does hit Nefitz, though.
Okay, but it doesn't hit me?
Nope. It flies over you.
I'm visibly relieved.
Yeah. It like John Woo's over you, like it's like, and gets right behind you.
You're just like looking at him, looking at the mug, like.
Dad, what does this have to do with the lich that I keep saying in my head?
You see a lich?
Yeah. Can I describe what he looks like? I don't know what he looks
absolutely.
like.
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
And, well, this was what we were hoping to avoid. So, the task at hand now, we need to infuse this gem again. This took us, well, most of you, longer than you've been alive. You need to infuse it with the ideas of prudence, temperance, fortitude, and justice.
Fancy Boy whips out his notebook and is like, "Could you say those again?"
Prudence, temperance, fortitude, and justice. How you do this is up to you, but that is our art. All of our gems are imbibed and imbued with living essences of experiences throughout the realms. They can't just gain power because we cast a spell on them. You must experience it, and you must infuse it yourself. That's why it took so long, and that's why I'm not mad, I'm disappointed.
No, that's my favorite kind of thing.
That you recovered this, but all of its essence has been depleted.
Why? I'm new here, so
I know.
Why is it we're doing your bidding at this point?
You came to us. You, not you specifically. The other two here. They needed this. They needed this crown to be reforged.
Why do you need the crown to be reforged?
To save the weird kingdom we went to.
Brother Cornelius, that's your...
At least that's what I think. I actually don't know. I'm just here because I feel like if I leave, they might start robbing people.
Everything the bird just said.
What do you mean robbing people?
Oh, I've seen it. I seen it, if you will.
We have a kingdom to restore and a gnome to grow into a giant.
All right.
And
So
a pig to eat.
how exactly do we imbue the this gem with prudence, temperance, fortitude, and justice?
Your own experiences.
Do I? What do I mean? Do I just put it in my mouth, or what am I doing with this thing?
You could, if you want. I wouldn't recommend it.
If you swallow it, that's no one's problem but your own.
But it is the experiences of those who carry the gems that get siphoned into it.
Are these all poop jokes at this point? I can't tell.
All
anymore.
poop jokes.
Okay.
Friends, this is divine will. This is Timora's bidding. We have been given this divine task to go out into the lands and adventure together. This is the will.
Timora, adventure, empty.
Brother Cornelius kind of puts his hand in Grimdar's face. I believe our path takes us north in the next 5 days.
Well,
I believe we heard you wanted to go there earlier, and it kind of sounds a little convenient that that's where you think the path takes us.
You say convenience?
No, I said temperance and prudence and possibly fiber.
convenience was not on the list. Neither was gold or anything else, or robbing or manslaughter.
Tithes?
No, that's not on there either. It was prudence, temperance, fortitude, and justice.
These are all the qualities that a king should possess in order to rule. And that is what will restore this crown. And with that, you will be able to find the heir to the throne.
That sounds fair. Well, I'll see you in how many hundreds of lifetimes it'll take all of us to fix this. Bye! Actually, can I get some wine?
Sure, as long as this other fool doesn't pour more ale.
Here, just give him wine. It's fine. Just give him some wine.
And
just like a nice Syrah, if you have it.
And he puts 3 different vintages out for you. These were before the Dale Reckoning.
Oh.
Enjoy.
These are... That's very old. I will taste a very small bit of it.
Oh, it's potent.
Okay,
Delicious,
right.
but potent.
Grimdir will pick up a bottle.
And
why don't you I mean, can you give us some advice maybe on where we can find this?
And I've got a pretty high what is it? Not persuasion.
Yeah, go for it.
I guess charm. Yeah, persuasion.
Charm. Yeah.
Can I use I'll use persuasion.
Okay.
That's a 17.
All I can tell you is the reason that this happened and took so long to forge was because you almost have to stumble upon it. It's not something you can be looking for directly. It's not go slay the dragon. You have to experience things in your life, in what you are doing, that will make these ideals occur. That's why it takes so long to forge. It cannot be done so easily as to say, oh, we'll go kill something.
So do we just need to hold on to this thing while something happens to us? Do we need to, is there a spell? Like, what goes on with this thing?
Pretty much.
Which pot?
You'll know when it becomes infused.
Alright. right, all right. Well, do you have anything we can maybe put this in? Like, do you have a necklace or something I can fashion this to? So I don't have to, like, you know, put it in my pocket. I feel a little guilty about that.
I do agree with him. Yes, putting it in the pocket is a little bit unsafe. I feel like, could we just have it on a chain? Just something one of us could be wearing at a time.
And he snaps his fingers, and another vintner comes in, takes it, and you see him go out of the room. Takes about 10 minutes, comes back in, and he has it on a golden chain.
Oh, perfect.
That you can
Blitz
wear.
Immediately grabs it.
Done.
Now, we're going to have to share it between all of us. It's not just yours.
Carry you, Mr. Frodo.
I think Fancy Boy should hold it.
I think Fancy Boy should hold it as well.
Oh, there's 2 votes for me, and I'm like sipping my wine.
All right, so here's the deal. I'm keeping this thing around my neck. So it belongs here, and that's that. So I'm holding on to it for all of us.
How about each of us puts our own emotion or experience into it, and once we get one, then we pass it on to the next person, because then we can all share.
That sounds good to me as long as I get it first.
Okay, you have it first. But again,
okay, well, while Blitz is arguing, trying to put this on, Nefitz is going to ask the vintners if there's anything that they can do for our friend Rugar.
The Mighty.
The Mighty.
What does he need?
Well, he claims that he was not in this form previously, and we were hoping to help him restore whatever form he was before this.
We can try. It's going to take us a while to fashion something like that, but you might have better luck elsewhere. But we'll try and talk to you upon your return.
I see. Okay.
Permanent polymorph spells are very hard to counteract.
Is there anything that we can collect along the way that would help?
Probably a wizard that could turn him back.
That would just be solving the problem now, wouldn't it?
Yes.
I see. You're truly wise. And
maybe if along the way we can get a spell to polymorph him back.
Even better.
That might be.
Well,
keep going down this track.
Noted. I'm gonna have a glass of wine.
Okay.
I want everybody to be very proud. I rolled a 16 to see if Grimdir thought he needed to explain the gem again with the new bottle of wine since it's Friday. But I think he's good. I think he knows that everybody understands. So now he just drinks it.
Great. Excellent.
So,
is there anything else I can do for you?
Not really.
You have anything that might be able to help us with all of this thing we gotta put in here? Can I get like any sort of maybe tools? I don't know, magics.
There are no tools that you need. Just your experiences.
I mean, we got one tool over there drinking the wine, but that's all we need.
Are you pointing at me?
You are the friends you keep.
Or the friends you kill.
I like scoot into the vintner and I'm like, I've seen them rob people, so I don't know if it's going to take us. It might take us a little longer to get these experiences. I'm just saying I don't think they are kingly experiences that I have seen thus far. Just a word of warning. It might be a while.
Unfortunately, there's no other way.
Well, those are the words I don't like to hear. But this wine is lovely. Thank you.
You're welcome, and thank you.
And I'm just like, I just guzzle it.
Taste it, simmer it, enjoy it.
I did, and now I have to deal with reality. So why don't we continue on?
Blitz kind of like bids adieu and walks out.
And you just see, and as Blitz, as you're walking out, you just see the disappointment even further on his face, as if the loss of the essence of this gem wasn't enough. The fact that everybody is pounding his wine just almost sends him into convulsions.
Poor guy. He'll be all right. Maybe.
All right. Can I do any kind of Arcana check or anything on this gem to see if maybe it gives me any special abilities or?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just watching you, and I'm just like, you can't sell it.
Yeah. Is perception or would that be Arcana?
It would be an Arcana check.
Okay, I got on that. Let's see what we do. That's a big old 6.
You don't think you can do anything with
Nice.
it just yet.
All right.
That's usually when he gives it away, but you know.
So, what now? We going back to the bar?
No.
Oh, adventure!
Adventure?
North!
I like your spirit. We're heroes.
Ah, heroes!
So
I am still holding the wine glass.
she walked out.
You stealing a wine glass?
Oh, oops! Oh well, I guess I'll just hold it.
All right, we can go as long as that one. He's pointing at Rugar. Grimder. As long as that one stays in the front of the pack.
Up front! We'll get out his shield and bang it.
Hey, Eric,
Mm-hmm.
we still have the horse and wagon.
You do have the horse and wagon. It's probably full of dead fish at this point, or rotting
No,
fish.
no,
but-
I thought we dumped it. I thought we set the fish on fire.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
Right.
Never mind.
I thought you said the wagon was on fire.
What was that?
I thought the wagon was on fire. Did you just dump out the fish and light them on fire?
We put the wagon's fine. I remember, yeah, the wagon and the horse is fine.
What was the horse's name? Poor deal.
Poor deal.
Did you
Okay.
ever feed the horse?
We fed it fish.
Firefish.
Smoked, as they say.
Okay, well that's where Brother Cornelius is headed to
Okay.
recover the wagon and the horse.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you had brought the wagon right back to the bowels of the earth.
Right.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, friends, I don't know where our path takes us, but Brother Cornelius is headed north to Leylon.
No, we're all going.
Excellent.
We have to get experiences, don't we? And now we have a steady income thanks to the inn.
Wait.
Yes,
What's this?
we do. Right, fancy boy.
That we do.
I don't know what you're talking about. You have an inn that you own as well? 'Cause I got one that I run.
Yes, but you need help. We're your hype men.
While they bicker, Brother Cornelius retrieves the wagon and pulls up. Hidely ho! North we go!
What is the inn called again? I've already forgotten.
Well, it's called the bowels of the earth, but Blitz has free reign to do what he wants with it.
Yeah, Blitz is thinking of a name for it still.
Okay. Untitled Inn to open soon. Very excellent. This way. All right. See, I've already done free advertising.
You gave free advertising to me.
Huh?
I don't spend money.
You do spend money. The innkeeper charged you already.
Right. So where are we going?
We're going north into the wagon. Do we have a wagon? Did we have to buy a wagon?
Blitz
I-
just like
Well,
climbs.
while you're away,
like,
fancy boy, we have some catching up to do.
Oh, did we get a
And
wagon?
Brother Cornelius pats the head of our horse. Poor deal.
Oh, a ordeal?
Oh, poor. No, poor.
Ordeal?
Not poor. Not
Poor deal.
poor.
Okay.
Poor deal.
That's a terrible name. I'm glad I wasn't here for that.
Guess who named it?
Who did?
The gnome with the pig.
Of course he did.
It's always the Australians.
Don't mind the smell. Don't mind the smell of burnt fish.
Oh, okay. I will get into the carriage. I'm guessing there's a carriage or a cart, something.
Yeah, this was
really more of a wagon.
this is a wagon that had about half a ton of fish in it.
Okay.
Long story.
Yeah. So
I won't get in it.
the residue, the fish smell is definitely there.
All right, I won't get in it.
Character.
Not going to get in it, and just going to
Walk. Flutter.
just flutter,
Fly around.
flutter. I can fly.
All right, so you guys are going to make your way out of town?
Yes. Is there any way I could I have my spell book and everything. I was thinking of, could I like learn how to craft health potions somehow?
Yeah, you can craft potions if you want.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because I would just like to craft a couple of potions, or like have already had crafted them while I was at the inn.
Yeah, sure. Do you you're gonna need mats for it though.
Yeah, I'm probably going to need that, but I just want to have made like a couple of health
Sure.
potions. Fancy Boy likes to think ahead, like unlike some other D&D characters I've played.
Yeah, while you were there, you were able to make 2. You didn't have much time.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's all I wanted, was just like, so I just like, people were talking about getting axes in the chest, and then I was possessed, and I was like, I don't know about this, so cool.
Yep. Are you guys doing anything else before you get out of Dodge?
I think Blitz is pretty much just ready to go. He's sort of fed up with everything. He's got to want to get answers from Cornelius.
Okay.
Yeah. No, that's it. Except that I want to get in that fish cart. So, I'm just thinking, can I get myself? I want to go buy a horse.
Do you have okay? And how much money do you have?
That's a good question. I never really added it up after that dungeon haul, because I don't think I ever asked. So that's fun.
If we ever got a final total, because I got what Grimdar gave me, but I don't know what I took out.
Well, you had dropped it, remember, and Grimdar picked it up.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. So you got the 5.
I thought it was spilling over. I thought that was my excess.
Was it?
I don't know. I could be wrong.
Yeah, he had some, and then I grabbed whatever else he tried. We didn't talk about who had how much.
So you'll get an extra 250 then, total.
Okay, so where's my goal? Where this?
Yeah. Well, I need to visit the church.
Oh.
Okay.
Because I need to get paid.
Who are you getting paid from?
Yeah, what is this payment from the church? Where's my checks?
For keeping him alive.
Okay. So you go visit the church and they give you 10 gold.
Yeah, excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. Should I have been listing my gold somewhere else here that I can't see?
You can just you usually write it in your notes section.
In my
Actually,
D&D, yeah.
Actually, they have a under equipment.
Yep.
Under equipment,
Says currency.
on the upper right corner, you just click on like a little bag and you can add it in there.
Son of a gun. So, I mean, realistically, what did I grab out of the dungeon? Because that's all I got.
You probably only had a chance to grab about 75 to 100 golds.
All right. So, is that enough to buy me a horse?
It'll cost you about 75.
That sounds reasonable. Let's do that.
Okay.
So, Nefitz buys himself a sweet horse.
Nefitz, you see at the dealership, you see several different types of horses. You see a large war horse. You see a sleek black, completely black horse with red hair over its hooves. It looks very slender and fast. You see another one that is probably the size of a Clydesdale, that is rather bulky and has some strength behind it. And then you see a pony.
Huh. Like a little pony?
Mm-hmm.
Like really little?
I mean, like a little bigger than little Sebastian, but yeah, a pony.
Oh, I mean, it's cute.
So you have warhorse, workhorse, slender quick horse, and pony.
I'm gonna take the workhorse.
The workhorse?
Yeah.
Okay. And it's
the pony. We could do birthday parties at the inn.
Make money.
I'm saying.
No, we're good. We're gonna stick with the workhorse for now. We'll think about business plans later.
Okay. And the horse is cream in color.
Cream in color.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I like cream. I guess, I'll just put it on my notes for now, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right, sweet. Of course it is. Or is it?
Right. So how many of us can fit in the? I guess
the whole party could fit in it. It's a wagon that has a bench up front and about 8 feet in the back for a bed.
All right. Well,
I got no problem sitting in the back.
I already crawled inside, so I'm ready to go.
All right. Well, you guys.
What's that name of that coffee creamer that people use all the time?
Half and half?
Half and half is the name of my horse.
Or coffee mate? Coffee mate.
Oh, coffee mate's good too, but I'm gonna go with half and half. I like that better.
Okay. That's good.
Done. Let's go half and half.
All right, so it is mid-afternoon as you make your way out along the north road of Waterdeep, and you spend about a day and a half on the road moving north. You don't see anything. Actually, Nefitz, roll me a perception.
I will. It's 11, but is it passive perception?
You can add your wisdom to it.
Look, so I also have a passive perception of 13.
Yep. Well. Yeah, so you're going to add 3. So
Okay.
passive. If you do passive, it's 10 plus whatever your modifier is. So that's more for a GM that you typically look at.
Okay.
But you can always roll, and you got an 11, so plus 3 is going to be 14.
Okay.
So as you're riding out of Waterdeep, you have to do a double take really quick, and you see the face of Keel. Is it Keel?
O'Neill?
Seal? Your son, Nefitz?
Oh.
How do you pronounce that?
Ceeb.
Ceeb?
Ceeb.
Ceeb.
what?
You see you think what you see is his face in a boy that's a young adult at this stage. You think you see his face, but then as you look back, you just see a kid, just a regular kid, and it wasn't him.
What?
And
So-
you
Secrets.
So I do a quick little loop just to make sure it
Mhm.
wasn't him.
yeah, and as you walk around it, the boy looks up at you, and it's clearly not him. He's like, "Hello, sir."
Sorry, I thought you were somebody else.
Not a problem.
All right.
And he just goes along his merry little way.
All right. I give my head a shake and move on.
Okay.
Join up with the group.
Okay. And you guys ride off into the evening, and you make it through your first night on the high road, and it doesn't seem like there is much. But do you guys want to camp for the evening along the road?
At any point, does Blitz get a chance to talk to Brother Cornelius like alone?
You can absolutely do this as you make camp. So it's nighttime, and you are all sitting around a fire that you've made. You're a little bit off the road, so nobody traveling will see your cart and you. there's forests on either side of the road.
Rugar came with us, right?
No, Rugar stayed behind.
Oh, okay.
Hey, brother. Cornelius.
What is it, Blitz?
What the hell's going on, man? Where are we going? What are we doing?
Well, I haven't talked much about my past, as you can imagine. Our adventures together started with us falling out of the sky, and it's been non-stop since. But all I can say for sure is that it's about family.
Like your family or my family? Whose family are we talking about?
My family. And I wish I knew more, but I don't. And that's why I have to follow this. It's this symbol. And Brother Cornelius traces the symbol on the ground in the dirt with his this, but better looking. There's something to this. I don't know what it means, but it means something. This I am sure Timora is leading to.
So this symbol is what's taking us north.
Yes. It's all I have. I wish I had more, but it's all I have. On a separate note, why are we letting this fake follower of Timora follow us after he tried to murder you?
I've got my eye on him the whole time, but I will say that follower Timora hasn't asked for any tithing yet. So just saying, where's all this money going that I've been splitting with you anyway?
It is all going back to the church in one form or the other, and also to ale.
And ale, I understand, but I haven't seen you at a church anytime soon. Like, where's the money?
Timora leads the money back to her purse. It just sometimes takes a longer alternative route.
All right.
Since
well,
when are you worried about tithes?
I'm worried about everything right now. I got a business to run. I got people trying to kill me that I'm hanging out with for some reason.
We have this fake follower of Timora. We have this elf who was imprisoned by Fancy Boy. We're not sure if that's actually Fancy Boy. Where was Fancy Boy? We have so many questions.
Oh yeah, believe me, I got plenty of questions. But I'm watching out for me. But all I know is I got a place I gotta run back home. South of here, and I'm following you. I believe in you still. That's why I'm with you now. But I gotta know what's going on, man. I'm not a fan of this going in blind. So, you see anything weird? Anybody else in the party with Fancy Boy, with Nefits and Grimda? Just remember, I'm here for you. But just keep me in the loop. I don't like being left out of things.
Blitz, as always, just as you love gold, I love this bond. Timora will lead us, and this I have absolute faith.
All right, as long as I get at least half of everything we get.
You can absolutely have half the tithes that we get.
That's actually 25. I mean, if everybody's doing that.
We don't do math. I'm not sure if you noticed. We're not great on math. You'll be well rewarded. This I'm sure. After all, look how much you've made so far with me on your side. An inn, a magic sword, murderous fake Timora follower. What more could you ask for?
All right. Let's get out of here. Let's finish setting up camp, I guess.
Check it out. Our DM left.
I blow up every
He actually did get out of here. Oh, he's back. Stop talking shit.
Sit some.
All right.
So you continue to set up camp. Is anybody else talking to any other party members, or are you just hanging around the fire and talking and chatting?
I think Nefits pops down beside Fancy Boy.
Fancy Boy is up in a tree.
He climbs up a tree and uncomfortably sits on the branch beside Fancy.
All right. Yeah, Fancy Boy's just like perched on a tree,
And
he's just like.
And you both can see the fire shining below you
Yeah.
As your feet and claws make dangle and make shadows on the ground.
Hello.
Hello. I really I think we need to understand where we stand as going forward as adventurers together. You say you don't recall how I ended up being imprisoned in the dungeon that you put me in.
No, I was clearly ensorcelled.
So how do I know you're not going to be ensorcelled again?
Well, I mean, any of us could be ensorcelled, really. We just have to take the proper precautions. Right now, I've only made 2 healing potions, but I can figure things out later if things get dicey.
But you can't be unsorcelled with a healing potion.
No, I haven't figured out how to be unsorcelled yet.
Okay, so that doesn't make me super comfortable.
Me neither.
Now, see, the difference is I can't be charmed and magic can't put me into a sleep, so I know where I stand in terms of being sorcelled. My question is, can I trust you?
Well, yes. I can give you a code that only I know that when I am ensorcelled, I won't say that thing.
Let's do that. I like this.
So, when I was young, I used to pick dandelions with my parents, and I thought they were just wonderful flowers that could fly because my parents couldn't fly, but I could. That's why I was the fanciest boy. But only I know that. So if I was ensorcelled and it was another speaking through me, they wouldn't know that bit of information.
So my question for you, when I question if you're ensorcelled, it will be, what flower flies?
Perfect. I think
and
that's
yours
wonderful.
Will be dandelions.
Exactly. And if I'm ensorcelled, it'll be something else.
I think this is a good plan.
And he like puts his little like claw on his shoulder, says, "I'm very sorry that I put you in prison.
I will do my best to forgive you over time."
If I promise it wasn't me, though, I don't know who it was.
Yeah, that's where accountability becomes an issue, isn't it?
Could you see me putting anyone in prison? And he's like,
I mean, you are fancy. I'll give you that.
He just like keeps training himself. A feather comes out and he like chucks it off the branch, lands in the fire.
Wow, that is some plumage.
Oh, thank you. I promise that I will do my best not to get any of our other compatriots in trouble or in jail, but I have seen them try to commit grand theft auto.
Why is Brother Cornelius as sort of undermines his own existence by acting the way he does? Do you know why? He doesn't seem trustworthy.
I mean, trust is something that has been a problem amongst this group. I feel as if their motivations are more on the monetary level than mine, but I try not to judge.
So more monetary than monastery, you might say.
Yes, I would say that those 2 words are easily switched with Brother Cornelius. Yes.
Noted. Well, I'll keep my eye on him because I don't trust him. I know it seems to me that Blitz is just like he's like a crow, and that's not a bird joke. I'm just saying that he really anything shiny. All right. Well, I'm glad we had this talk.
Yes. Welcome to the group. It's wonderful. And he pulls out a claw to shake your hand.
I shake the claw.
Yay! It's a claw. It's weird.
But it's yours.
It's true.
All right, and Nefitz wiggles his way back down the tree.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Immediately, Fancy Boy tucks his head like underneath his like wing and just goes to sleep.
Like one of those ones on like Sesame Street when they go.
Yes, that's what. Yeah, exactly.
Love it.
Exactly.
All right. Is anybody else doing anything, or anything else they
no,
want to do before they sleep?
More or less oblivious that Blitz and Cornelius hate him, and mostly he's just kind of staying on the other side of the campfire from Fancy Boy, because he's kind of figured out that Fancy Boy does the magics. That's kind of So he's just, you know, hanging out at the campfire.
Okay.
Wait, I think. Hold on. I believe. Yes, I did take it. Oh my god. I'm gonna set an alarm spell. So every time we rest, I would like to set an alarm spell within the range of our camp.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what sort of alarm? Is this like a wake-up alarm or a...
It's a in case anyone tries to attack us alarm, and if anyone passes past it, it's a mental alarm, so it's not audible, but you hear in your minds, guards.
I thought you had an alarm like to wake up in the morning. Like
That's actually what I was. That sounded more like Fancy Boys.
No, that's not. Though that is very practical as well. Maybe I could like ask our DM if they could use it as both.
Sure. Absolutely.
It's a morning alarm as well as actually apparently it makes the sound of a handbell. So if anything passes within a 20-foot cube of our...
Wait, you don't want to say guards? Because that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I kind of... I like the guards thing.
Okay, it says guards.
I will allow you to have it say guards.
All right, okay, good. So yeah, so I designate creatures that won't set off the alarm, so none of us will set off the alarm. And it's a mental alarm, so no one else can hear it. Okay. And it says, a mental alarm alerts you with a ping in your mind if you are within 1 mile of the warded area, and it's 20 feet around us. So in case anything hostile comes into our sleeping area, there's an alarm.
Okay.
When you say no one else hears it, do you mean only Fancy Boy?
No, we all hear it, but it's in your head. It's like a...
Got it.
It's telepathic.
All right. Okay. So other than that...
And I go back to sleep.
You all go back to sleep. Is anybody taking watch? Or
now that
there's the alarm, you don't need to, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you all go back to sleep.
Still taking a watch.
Grimdar's watching anyway.
Yep.
Still.
Yeah, we're all watching Grimdar.
Yeah. And as you're sleeping, you all drift off, and then you're awoken to guards!
No! Guards!
But it's just the morning one because there's no.
It's just
there's no two different ones.
It's just morning.
I just felt it, and I'm like, oh, I forgot that I set that to wake us up. I'm sorry.
Let's just like holding on to the gem on his chest and just holding not grip hook, whatever the name of his sword.
Magebane.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's Blitz. You just see that it's morning time, and nothing's around you. It's very pleasant.
Puts the sword back away and like taps. Is like, all right.
I also feel like I comically fell out of the tree when that happened. Just like just hit the ground.
Yep.
Grimdeer will kind of shake his head once he figures it out. He's got his shield out. He's ready, but that was a nasty trick, wizard.
No, it's not a trick. It's just to wake us up so that we can continue on our adventure.
All right.
Okay.
Let's work our way north, I guess.
I will eat a snack and preen myself.
Never stumps on Happiness.
All right. So you guys start to make your way north again, and it is you get about a half a day's travel up the north road, and you slowly see that you are coming up to what looks like an eerie swampland that is on the left side of the road, and it's getting thicker and thicker and more pungent with aroma of mildew and mold. And as it gets darker and darker, as the sun starts to set, you're still on the northern road, and you're traveling, and you see every now and then throughout the day you've seen travelers pass by you, and nothing out of the ordinary. But the sun is now fading, and night is taking over. And Nephitz, you see a traveler on the road on a horse, or walking a horse behind him, and on the left side of the road, the swamp has been creeping further and closer to the pass itself, and the trees are becoming more and more overgrown. And you see this wanderer, and you look up, and you see him pass by, and He's cloaked and hooded this time, and as this wanderer passes by with the horse, you see the whole party sees two trolls run out, or two orcs run out of the swamp and grab this person and rip him away from his horse and pull him. Yeah, and pull him into the swamp. And as they make it into the tree line, you see the hood come off Nephitz, and it's your son, and all you hear, and you see him look at you, and he looks shocked, and says, "No, father!" And the orcs rip him into the forest.
Oh, you're gonna say rip him in two.
You said orcs, not trolls, yeah?
Yeah, orcs.
I didn't say danger.
Nephitz leaps off half and half, as it were, and yells to the group as he's running. He said, "That's my son," and either they follow or they don't. But he goes running off in the direction of where he saw him.
Yeah,
okay.
Grimdeer's on it.
So everyone sees Nephitz jump off of half and half, and you see his feet slam into the mud of the swamp, and it's almost as if the swamp is just parting ways as he's running so quick into the thicket, into the woods, that he vanishes right into the forest before you.
Yeah, Grimdeer's doing the same.
Okay.
Yeah, Blitz is charging after him.
All right.
I'm flying, but I'm also like, this might be magic. They can't hear me. I'm just kind of mumbling it to myself.
So the cloaked figure said father, right?
Yes.
Okay. Did anyone else hear it, or was it just
everybody could hear it. He screamed it out.
Okay. And then Nephit said, "That's my son."
Yep, and bolted into the woods, into the swamp.
Well, I'm heading after him.
All right.
He's got my bow.
Brother Cornelius, what are you doing?
You got my gem.
Brother Cornelius is also in pursuit.
Okay, so
Hikes his robes up
and splashes in. So
Yes.
so as you all make your way into the swamp, and you get to the tree line, and you can see Nephitz about 30 feet ahead of you running, but you see him starting to slow down, and you notice that it is harder and harder for you to keep up and keep running at the same pace as the mud and murk of this swamp is pulling at your feet as you move forward. Blitz, make me a dex roll, a dex save.
A dex save, you got it. +6 on my dex. That's a 16 total.
All right. Blitz, as you're running through the mud, you slowly start to feel the mud rise up underneath you, and you're now on a mound, and you can feel heat coming from underneath the mound as you rise up about 3 feet. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna first point out this is what's gonna happen.
I was literally thinking that scene. Betray you.
Did you see the cosplay at DragonCon?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh my goodness.
That's on the side there. That's Nephitz, and that's half and half. Sorry. Okay. Okay. I apologize. I got distracted by stupid jokes.
It was
all right. So I get pushed up 3 feet. What was that?
No, stupid jokes are always welcome. You don't have to apologize for that shit. Yeah, exactly. You have been risen up about 3 feet in the air, as though you're on a little mound that has come of mud that is rising up out of the air.
All right.
Or out of the ground, excuse me.
And this is behind Nephitz,
yep,
right?
Yep.
I'm just be like, that's weird, and I'm just gonna keep bolting.
Okay, so as you bolt, the mound explodes, and you are able to just push off right in time as it And all you can smell is just putrid air and sulfur as it explodes behind you and launches you 5 feet forward, and you hit the ground running again.
Nice.
And everyone keeps running towards Nephit.
I'm flying, by the way. I'm trying not to touch anything.
Yeah, and Fancy Boy, what you are noticing now on the canopy of the forest is that vines are starting to hang down and get much, much thicker, to the point where the canopy of the forest is almost littered in vines.
Weird.
And everyone is rushing. Everyone is rushing and rushing, trying to follow. Nephits, all you see are 2 orcs in front, about 30 feet in front of you, holding your son by underneath his shoulders and dragging him through the mud as he's struggling to escape.
Okay, I'm gonna use my Horde Breaker.
Mm-hmm. Your what?
My Horde Breaker. It's a new special I have.
Oh, fun. Okay.
So, and it's basically once on each of your turns, when you make a weapon attack, you can make another attack with the same weapon against a different creature that is within 5 feet of the original target and within range of your weapon.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna knock an arrow on what I am now going to be calling it Feathered Trident.
Okay.
Rolls off the tongue.
Yep.
Right. So I'm blasting at the one on the left that's currently holding Ceeb.
Okay. Roll the hit.
14 plus 9.
Okay, you hit. Give me some damage.
Nice.
D8, right?
Mm-hmm.
On that one?
Yep.
Yeah.
And as you rolled or as you knocked the arrow, you heard the bow say, "Swift defeat to my enemies."
Of course it said that. And then I say that other thing. Okay. And what do I say? What is it? What? I mean, you were gonna copy and paste it. You said you would.
Okay, you got this one. You got this one try.
One time, and I'm gonna write it down right now.
Swift death to you who have wronged me, and you name the target, and remember that target now becomes your sworn enemy until you kill it.
Okay. So
and any other attack rolls you make, you have disadvantage on.
Hang on one sec. So, and it's swift death.
Swift death to you who have wronged me.
I'll remember that now. Okay. Swift death to you who wronged me. Okay, got it. So now he's the sworn enemy. Got it. Okay. Figuring this out. So Nephitz says, "Swift death to you who have wronged me,"
Mm-hmm.
and he fires that arrow.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an 8.
Yep.
Plus
4.
Plus 4.
Yep. Plus 3d6.
Plus 3d6. We got 2 3s and a 4.
Cool. So what's that total?
That's, oh my god. We got 10 plus. What was the other 2?
2 3s and a 4, I think. That's another 10, so 20 points.
20 points.
Okay. And you see the orc just let go of him as the arrow splits into 3 and strikes in the back of his shoulder blades. And he drops the left side of Ceeb. And what is your other what does your Horde's weapon do?
So the Horde Breaker is so I get a second attack.
Okay.
When another creature is within 5 feet of the original target.
Okay, roll the hit again. Are you gonna fire on the other one?
Yeah.
Okay, roll the hit.
Hopefully I don't kill him because then I get in trouble. I think, right? 4.
It's disadvantage on this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's yeah. Yep. Or no, it's disadvantage when you While your sworn enemy lives, you have disadvantage on attacks rolls with all other weapons. So as long as you're using the trident,
it's still okay.
It's still okay, but you won't get the triple damage on this one. You only get it on the first shot.
So that was just a 4. Plus, do I get my 9 from my longbow?
Yeah, you still get all those. Okay. So what was that? 13?
That was
14? 13?
13.
That hits. Roll me some damage.
Nice.
So just 1d8, right?
Yeah. Plus 4. Plus 4.
6.
Okay. So that also hits him in his shoulders, and he drops the other side, and Ceeb falls to the ground, and you see him land on the ground into the mud, and it's up to his waist, and he stands up and turns around and takes the cloak off of his head, and you're somewhat shocked and almost frightened as you see boils and scars all around his face and down into his cloak, as if his face has been completely deformed. And he just looks at you. He says, "Nice to see you again, Father."
That's not creepy.
Yeah. What happened?
What happened? You couldn't protect me. You couldn't protect Mother. I found somebody who could teach me how to protect myself.
Ooh.
It was you who let Mother die. And you let me be taken.
Anyone else hear that other than him?
Everybody hears it. And then you see him stretch forth his hand, and you take 15 points of damage as you're struck in the chest by a force. And
15 points?
15 points.
Ouch. Okay.
Lord.
And that's where we'll end for the evening.
Oh.
I want to put an arrow in that kid's head.
I was just about to check if it was magic.
Whoa. Well, that's not a great way to have a family reunion.
Good Lord. Hello.
You should see us
that was impressive, taking out both of the trolls or whatever.
That was cool. I love that bow. It's so dramatic.
Right?
I wrote it down just in case you forget.
It might happen.
Fancy Boy's gonna be reminding you.
No, because during that, I finally had a use for it. I've had this journal here for like months, and I was like, I need a new like character or something to put in it. So now it's Fancy Boy's journal. So there's a bunch of drawings in it and a bunch of things that I'll send to Eric.
Oh wow,
DM stuff.
awesome.
So it's Fancy Boy's note journal.
That's cool.
That's very
Was
cool.
that a dandelion on the front page?
Yeah,
Nice.
Fancy Boy likes dandelions.
Love it.
I actually figured that out because I was looking at dice that I didn't need, and I found a dice that had dandelions in it, the seeds. And I was like, "This is so cool!" And actually helped me come up with my idea for Fancy Boy's backstory.
Aw.
And
That's
so
really cool.
I got it, so it's gonna come in the mail. So I have a special Fancy Boy dice with dandelions in it.
Yeah. I still got to flesh out Blitz's backstory.
Hey, Eric,
Mm-hmm.
do you have Cornelius's history that I sent you?
I can check and see.
Could you? Because I've been searching for it this entire time, and I literally do not know where that
Yeah,
document is.
I don't know
It's
if
driving
you-
me insane.
I don't know if you ever sent it, but I'll check. I'll double check.
Okay. Brutal.
Well, that was fun. That was an interesting session.
Yeah.
I got to play with my new voice filter, so that's exciting.
That was killing me.
You're never ending
Actually,
story.
So my mixer is a thing called Go XLR. It's like a streaming mixer. And they have, so there's like different voice filters, so you can do all kinds of different stuff on it. And they actually released different like tutorials on how to do different creatures from or different classes from World of Warcraft Remastered. And so I took the
Nice.
gnome one, and I was like, oh, that's perfect because I'm a gnome already.
Nice.
But
It's amazing.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
And it
So
still
I
sounds
kind
like
of always pictured Blitz just be a gnome with a really deep voice.
Yeah. So hopefully it sounds good.
It's great.
I actually prefer your original voice with it.
Oh well, fine.
'Cause I think that yeah.
It matches your
the-
image is what it is.
what's the horrible New York accent? And now I'm just throwing some actual like tone to it. So
It's good.
Nice.
Anyway.
Nice.
Exciting times.
Yeah. At Ridgemont High.
No, it's a different kind of times.
So, is our plan to play on Tuesdays?
Yeah.
until
So we'll see you guys
notice?
next week.
Maybe. I'm going somewhere out of the country on Wednesday.
Okay.
So
Oh, that's right. Oh. No.
yeah. So I don't know if I'll be up for doing something on Tuesday, but we'll see. Unless it's a little shorter session.
Yeah. Yeah. We started late, so.
Yeah. It's all good. Done.
Yeah. So we should
on Tuesdays now. So for this time anyway.
Cool. Yeah, we would normally wrap up a half an hour early.
Okay.
So, earlier.
Well, yeah, that'd be good. Cool.
Rad.
Awesome.
All right.
That was fun, y'all.
Okay.
Yeah, you got a lot of stuff to
Unpack.
Yeah.
unpack there.
Steve, dude, you're kicking ass, by the way. You're doing really good, man.
Well, I
Just
mean,
saying.
getting a lot of help,
As someone who
Yeah,
played
I loved our fancy boy moment today. That was awesome.
right?
That was
yeah.
great.
That's good times.
And
How can you not trust his face. It's just.
but I'm all about that never-ending story picture. That kind of makes.
Nice. Yeah. Now that I have this set up, I can play around with it. So that's lots of fun.
That's awesome.
Adds a little extra flair, I think.
Brilliant.
Cool.
All right.
All right. Well,
We'll see
bye,
everybody.
Internet.
We'll see everybody next Tuesday at 6:30.
Bye.
Bye.